chance on getting first blush. Hi. I don't like using the autosave stuff. It's ugh. Oh yeah, no problem. I'm doing well. I wish you luck in the taking care of. I appreciate any and all lurking. Much appreciated. Alright, so. Yes, that's correct. Ooh, a tea set. Here's a plastic bag so I come with it. Oh. Tea set? Oh, it doesn't seem any sign of disturbance. Yeah, the table's all neat and tidy. Maybe. They were super quiet in their scuffle. I didn't hear anything around in the hallway. The plastic bag set for throwing us off. Oh. Ooh, there's a bunch of this stuff on the floor. What about this bag? What's in this bag? Some stuff in the bag, pal. These are Faraday's bags. Probably trial evidence I was supposed to collect from him. This is I better not touch it. I'll leave prints on it. You just not pay attention to anything you do. Ooh, a TV. Wow! What is it, Detective Gumshoe? My TV at home is so tiny compared to this one, pal. Oh, you probably got one of those. The CRT TV thing or whatever. You probably should purchase more normal size television like this one. As if. Ooh, let me see here. Wow, this thing is huge. Ah! And way too noisy. You're the noisy ones, Grumpy. Don't touch it. You get your fingerprints all over it. Classic Gumshoe. But I didn't touch it. Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work. Oh, look. Sounds like something the rookie here needs to shore up on. TV's been left on. Why are you looking at me like that? It wasn't me, I didn't touch anything! Gumshoe, you do know what will happen to you if you touch something again. Right? I won't touch anything, I'm going to the TV. It's everything else. And you get back to your investigation, alright? I was planning to do so anyway. Let's check outside. The window's open and there's a fresh flower scent. In the air! Ugh, the flowers garden, they're so gross and ghastly. You think maybe you could try offering something useful for a change? Well, at least there's no way someone escaped through this window, pal. They would wake up and smell flowers after a fall from the 3rd floor. Are you willfully ignoring the fact that there are also iron bars on the windows? Yeah, I guess there's that too. Either way, no one can get through these windows, right? They thought of everything when they were designing this courthouse. Very nice. Here, let's talk to you. Detective Bad, do you have any thoughts on the case? Faraday and Rel looks like they killed each other to me. Although, there are a few things that just don't seem right. What would they be? Why don't you try thinking on your own first before you bother me? Boy! Ah! Have it downgraded to just boy! How are you doing, Francisca? Ah, I see! Did you figure something out? This is a competition, Miles! And as such, I'd appreciate if you didn't talk to me! As you wish. Can I talk to not Kagami? This decorative plant's foliage is quite nice. It's actually soothing to be around it. Perhaps I should purchase one for my room. I should probably get more plants in my house, but I don't have the energy to take care of them. And also, I've had flowers in my house before, and it's just annoying to have to take care of them because they keep attracting small bugs and gnats and stuff because of their sweet smell. And it's just ugh, I don't want that in my house. Ugh. But also having plants helps with air quality. So, I don't know. Ugh. Looks like Mr. Faraday fell on top. First glance seems like they must have killed each other, however. Using logic, the only logical conclusion is, aha! What was that outburst for? My detective instinct just hit me real hard! It was Mr. Roll that fell first, see? You don't need a detective instinct for that, it's common sense. But I suppose we won't know much more than that until after I examine the body. Okay, let's take a look at a knife. Gun. He died while holding the gun in his right hand. They shot Mr. Realm and fell on top of him, still gripping onto the gun. It does seem kind of strange, huh? A locked room mystery. I mean, why would Mr. Faraday know how to fire a gun? It's not exactly rocket science. Even I know how to pull a trigger. Although, I'll doubt I ever need to use one. Oof. I hope I never have to fire a gun either, pal. But it sure does look cool holding a gun in your hands. It appears that the police screening procedure need a thorough review. Anyway, I should jot on the notes about the handgun. Plastic baggie. Why are the plastic bags scattered all around? Those bags are for keeping evidence safe, pal. I know that much, detective. You sure are good at this stuff, aren't you, pal? No one might be happy when someone compliments me, but this guy. Anyway, could these plastic bags be evidence of a fight between the two men? Aww. What else we got? A top knot. Ugh. Mr. Faraday, how ironic is for losing left in the courthouse. Yeah, why did it have to be like this? I don't know what to say. I can't believe this happened while I was on watch, pal. Rather than beating yourself up, you should spend your time continuing the investigation. Didn't you become a detective in order to solve crimes? Yeah! Back to work and find the cause of his murder. Maybe I should just lean back in my chair more. Right, I'm on it, pal. Okay, let's see. First he killed MC staff member, then he was murdered himself. This guy, what is it exactly? An angel, you know. Oh, what makes you say that? Well, he's been hauled into the precinct several times for theft and assault, pal. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's definitely the type to have committed a murder. What? Well, he didn't admit to killing Mr. Deadman. Hey, good point, pal. I knew my detective's intuition was telling me something. Detective's intuition. Yup, you know about it. It's a special feeling that all the time. We don't have time for this conversation right now. Let's return to the investigation. Okay. They're just... I don't know. I feel like the text boxes are so low on the screen, it's making me look like my eyes are closed and I'm reading. Okay, knife. I still gotta, like, keep using the Joy-Con, because when I took the Joy-Cons off of the system while it was plugged in, charging and all that stuff, like, I moved the, just stick around, and it like took a bit to move it. How? Okay, let's take a look at a knife. Looks like Mr. Royal died with a knife in his hand. There's some blood stuck on it. He must have used this as a weapon. Yep, no doubt about it. Was Mr. Faraday carrying this on his persona? Did he bring this as a piece of evidence for the trial? Or did he bring it with a very different intention in mind? I should jot some notes down about it. Yes, he's actually taking notes! Okay, Nothing in your hand? Still marked on there. See? I wonder what it could be. If you look closely, this blotchy pad resembles an ink stain. Ah! An ink stain? And then once again, we're gonna have a case of, oh, but a left-handed person can't possibly hold a different instrument in their right hand. It's too hard! Yes, I usually get ink on my own hand when I use a feather pen. A feather pen? I've never seen one before. You sure you are just making it up, pal? Mr. Rell's cause of death is from being shot, correct? That's what we think, but it's hard to tell with him lying face down. Death is bad enough, but it's truly lamentable that someone would try to hide the truth. Are you sure they were trying to hide something? I can't confirm Mr. Rell's cause of death with his body positioned like that. Detective Bad, I'd like to examine the bodies in further detail if possible. What's this? You're not able to form a theory with them the way they are? I believe an examination of the bodies is vital to find out the perfect evidence, don't you? I suppose you do have a point. Well, hurry up and get on with it. Yeah, we have photos of the scene. And there you have it. Do you not approve? Of course not. What? Investigation of crime scene is the work of a detective, so don't touch a thing. Hey, big fella, turn the bodies over for me, will you? Since you have gloves on. Oh no, Gumshoe. Okay, please forgive me, Mr. Faraday. Make him put on gloves. Gumshoe, do not get emotionally involved. Remember, you're a detective. Oh, hey, look at that. That's a pen. Or simply in his breast pocket. It's a fountain pen. Oh. Edward is such a little nerd for using a feather pen. Hey, you know, I always keep a pencil behind my ear. Yeah, it makes horse race ticket writing thingies, betting tickets easier. The detective is always telling me, you should always write your name on everything you own. What? Somehow you do strike me as quite a forgetful individual. There's a knife wound in his chest here, see? I wonder if the wound matches the knife Israel is holding. Labby. Yes, verifying now. Make it quick. From the looks of things, one could deduce that the knife he's holding is what killed him. Holding a gun in his right hand. That's the one Mr. Rogue got blown away by, right? We need to check the bullet wound to see if there's any powder residue. We found out the ballistic markings do match the gun. Oh, ballistic markings are figure fingerprints the gun leaves on a bullet when fired. Every gun leaves its own unique ballistic markings. Therefore, by looking at the marking on the bullet, you can tell which gun it came from. Yeah, that's it. Of course, I already knew about that, pal. Maybe you're better off going back to the academy. Eek! Come on, sir, cut me some slack, will ya? And that's how they get police training done in 6 months. While lawyers go to school for like 8 years. So the bullet that was fired from his gun is what felled Mr. Rell. Scarf. Face. Nothing. Top knot. Hands. Face. Necklace. Bullet hole. And knife. Looks like Mr. Faraday was stabbed with this knife. No way. That's crazy. Ouch! What's wrong, detective? My stomach started hurt just thinking about being stabbed. Where's all their blood? I don't think they have giant blood puddles in this game, but also would they? Just keep your mind on the case, alright? Shot in the chest. It takes guts to fire a gun in a courthouse. I mean, I've been a detective for a whole week and I still haven't fired a single round yet. Wow. Great. Cool. There aren't any burn marks on his clothes. That must mean... Wait, burn marks? A round goes very hard as it is charged with a firearm. Burn marks are usually left when the shot is fired. Point range. Therefore, Mr. Rel must have been shot from at least a yard or two away. Sure do know a bunch of neat stuff for your age, pal. Apparently, this detective has much common knowledge as your everyday marsupial. Let's now try to understand how the two men died. First, Mr. Faraday took the gun and the knife from the evidence. Then he aimed the gun. Mr. Rowland fired. Mr. Rowland managed to grab a knife and counter while being shot. Fell together where they stood. That doesn't sound right, because if it wasn't point blank range, it was hard to, I don't know, fall on top of each other? That's my theory in any case. What a crazy way to go! Still, something about that explanation just doesn't seem right. I believe I now have a firmer grasp on what happened here. Why are there plastic bags scattered all around? Those bags are for keeping evidence safe, Hal. I know that. You sure are good at this stuff, aren't you? Normally I'd be happy with it, but happy with this guy. Anyway, these plastic bags be evidence of a fight. Why was it? Couch. The stuff is ready to be disposed of. It's so soft. I can sleep for all 25 hours a day on this thing. Only I could dispose of him. Ugh. Anything else? I think we're all set. It's logic time. Left-handed. A splotch on his hand. I wonder if it might mean the ink from his fountain pen. Ooh, let's ask the lab guy. Detective Gumshoe, I confirm the substance on his hand is in fact ink from the fountain pen. I see. Good work. You know, I've always wanted to say that, even if it was just one time in my life. Mr. Faraday wrote this fountain pen on his left hand. I think it's fair to assume he was left-handed. Mr. Faraday's pen is important to our case as well. Okay, if you say so, pal. Quality pen nib. Okay, that's cool. Oh yeah, I should probably replace the one on my Apple Pencil. I don't know. There's a very tiny pile of plastic bags on the table, and yet a portion of them wound up scattered on the floor as well. Not likely the ones on the floor were knocked over during a struggle, in which case there might not be another explanation for how they got. Might there be an explanation? Another reason, I believe it's possible the blood on the outside of the bag is related somehow. Eek! Please get that blood away from me, pal! Detective Gumshoe, whose blood is on this bag? Hold on, let me ask the lab guy. Alright, please hurry. Wait till you get a load of this, pal. It's Mr. Faraday's! Oh, and the technician said they didn't find anything else on or in the bag either. It would appear this bag is a very important piece of evidence. Okay, if you say so, I leave it in your hands, pal. I guess there's not much left to investigate, huh? They really did kill each other. No, we can't conclude that quite yet. Baby Edgeworth copying Von Karma. It's so adorable. There's something I find peculiar here. Maybe there's something because one another too simplistic in that case. Okay, if there's actually a contradiction, it's just another possibility. No way, pal, really? I suppose we'll just have to show you the contradiction in this crime scene. I'm gonna guess this is it. Now we come face to face with the contradiction I spoke of, and it is this. Mr. Faraday uses left hand to write with his fountain pen. Therefore, he's left-handed, yet the handgun's in his right hand. Cool, it's another case of left-handed people can't possibly use both hands for different things. I really hate when they have this logic, quote unquote, in detective things at all. I hope that one day, some of my film writer friends, like, hire me on the show for, like, costume design, and then while they're going through the script, I'd be like, you know, guess what? I am left-handed, but I can insert a list of all the tools that I can use perfectly well right-handed, and things that I can't use when I'm with my right hand, and I'm like, please write it so that the detective-y person is like, whoopsie, I did a boo-boo, with making assumptions about left-handed people. It's like, yeah, it's only like 25% of the population is left-handed, but still, like, it's annoying. Don't you find it odd that left-handed is very well holding on to his right hand? Surely people can't have any sort of control over their non-dominant hand. Hey, you're right, pal. That does seem kind of strange. Not the fact that the bullet was fired from far away, yet they fell on top of each other. But how could something like that happen? The facts add up to one conclusion, and one alone. Someone else put the gun in his hand after he died. Someone else? Plastic bag scattered on the floor and a gun in the wrong hand. I sense the presence of a shadowy figure behind this case. A person of vile intent who's serious about keeping the truth from us. Yes. Oh, we don't have a time. We don't know how long we've been investigating for. Here's the autopsy report. It's probable that Mr. Bell survived for a short time after he was shot. However, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously from his stabbing. Oh, I guess if it did cut the artery, boom. Yeah, you're dead. You're dead in like seconds. It looks like we now know everything we need to know about this case. Are you sure we know everything? Of course! The incident began when Mr. Faraday attempted to get his revenge. The prosecutor went into a rage from being accused and tried to kill the defendant. But the defendant fought back, and they ended up killing each other. It's all very clear and simple. There is absolutely no margin for doubt. Do you really believe that to be the truth? Ha! Are you saying that just because I figured out the truth before you? That you don't want to believe it's true? Ugh. It's alright. If you disagree with my argument, then prove me wrong. I'm gonna save, actually. I want to... Well, if there are any contradictions to be found, that is. Don't worry, I will. Where's this little baby? What happened? Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous while Mr. Wells survived for a short time. From this, it is obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he shot Mr. Rell. And Mr. Rell, while on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him. Those are the facts of this case. Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, therefore you must have attacked first. Proving that logically false is probably the fastest way to... First look for any holes in her theory. Time to press everything.
Hold it!
Do you truly believe Mr. Faraday died instantaneously? I have the murder report right here. Mr. Faraday did if shocked due to being stabbed in the chest. Well, it's not really in the chest. It's close to, like, the armpit. There, do you see? It's been documented, clear as day. Ugh.
Hold it!
Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rell before he died. Do you have any basis for that statement? Your foolishness has no end, does it? Now, I hate to repeat myself. However, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously. That's all the basis I need. Alright, so Mr. Faraday died instantaneously. You must have attacked him before being stabbed. Finally beginning to catch on, I see. And Mr. Rell, on the brink of death, stole his knife and stabbed him. Why would he shoot, though?
Hold it!
I don't know. So you believe that the dying Mr. Rell stole the knife from Mr. Faraday. Mr. Rell became desperate as he did not want to die. Human beings can do amazing things when they are put to the test. So the two men struggled, and in the end Mr. Rell was able to grab the knife and stab Mr. Faraday. The messy condition of this room is a testament to the struggle. Yes, my logic is perfectly sound. Can you really say that it's perfect? What are you insinuating? Nothing. However, I can't let what you said slide by without further inquiry. One must be clear and precise, and if you could apprehend that statement to your test. Fine. They struggled and used the last of his strength to counterattack.
Hold it!
About this statement. If Rell used all of his remaining strength to take the knife to defend himself, one can easily see that they had a violent struggle. That would have made noise, especially with, I don't know. Of course, it's nothing compared to what my riding crop can do. How does one compare the temperature crop when they say this room? Furthermore, all plastic bags on the floor in this room were scattered there due to the fight. Is there anything else I can explain for you? No, that will be fine.
Hold it!
Are you sure about that? Claiming speculation is fact already. Don't you feel that the evidence is a bit lacking? You'll find all the evidence you need just by looking around this room. Mr. Faraday collapsed on top of Mr. Rell, and in addition, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, making a counterattack impossible. Furthermore, the room is a total mess from their fight. I think her bedroom or just living standards of what counts as a mess and what does not is impacting her judgment here. Becoming more and more confident. Ugh. And looking at this place, you might have a right to be. After all, everything here seems to support her theory. Looks like you're starting to see my point. I have as good as won our little competition. There's something strange about Francis' theory. I can compare a claim with the data I've gathered thus far. I just know there's a contradiction somewhere. Oh wait, hold on. I have to press this again in order to get the thing up? Wait.
Hold it! Objection!
This one? Okay. I thought the T-set thing was... Oh, wait, no. It was in the logic section. If they were fighting the struggle, it would surely cause quite a bit of noise. However, Detective Gunshoe testified that he heard absolutely nothing. Ha! You place too much faith in that detective's testimony, you know. But for the sake of argument, let's say there wasn't a fight. How, then, did Mr. Rell get his hand on that knife? Miss Faraday's bag was sitting right in the lobby, sitting right here in lobby number 2. It's not hard to imagine that perhaps Mr. Rell saw a chance and took it out at some point. So, what you're saying is this. Mr. Rell took a chance when he saw the opportunity and took the knife from the bag. That's still zipped up. Then Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rell after being stabbed? There's something strange, Francesca's statement just now. Yeah. Wait, something doesn't add up. Oh, really? It's simply impossible for her to shot him after being stabbed. What are the notes? Instantaneous death. According to coroner's report, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, meaning that he died immediately upon being stabbed by the knife. Therefore, he could not have possibly fired the gun after that. Ooh, you got me. But of course. Well then, if the report is correct, then there's only one correct explanation. If we suppose that Mr. Rell attacked first, Mr. Faraday, who died instantaneously, would have been unable to kill Mr. Rell. Therefore, Mr. Rell must have stabbed Mr. Faraday after he was shot. Then they both died. Its only explanation makes logical sense. Negating your opponent's ideas in order to prove your own theory. I see you've been studying, Francisca. I just wanted to explain it to you as simply as possible, before you foolishly propose a foolish theory that only a foolish fool like you could. How naive of you to believe that only your opinions are valid, and still expect to discover the truth that the crime scene offers you. Francisca, you've still got a ways to go. What are you talking about? Are you saying there's a flaw in my logic? Mr. Faraday died instantly, and the fact that he did is what gives rise to the contradiction in this scene. Hold on, yeah, the order the body fell. Let me get this straight. What you're arguing is this. Mr. Faraday took the gun from the evidence bag, shot Mr. Rell, then wounded Mr. Rell from the opportunity to take the knife and strike back. From being stabbed, Mr. Faraday died on the spot, and Mr. Rell died thereafter. If that's the case, then how do you explain this? Take a good look at the order in which their bodies are piled. No! We just moved them. We just... Mr. Faraday's body's lying on top of Mr. Rell's, therefore Mr. Rell must have died before Mr. Faraday. Impossible! Yes, I agree. It seems strange no matter what angle you approach it from. Which means that the real mystery behind this crime scene was solved. No! Not so fast, Miles Edgeworth! What now? I simply think you ought to think a bit more outside the box. And that it's even clearer now that the incident started with Mr. Faraday's murderous intent. She sure bounced back quickly. Explanation won't be enough this time. It's going to take very decisive evidence to prove her wrong. What happened? Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. It was just chance that Mr. Faraday's body fell on top of Mr. Rell's. The two bodies fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time. It really doesn't matter in the slightest if they fell in opposite order. I just know that Francisca's explanation isn't absolutely correct. All I have to do is find a hole in her logic. Once I do, then I can present her with the evidence that proves the contradiction. Chance.
Hold it!
Objection!
I haven't heard that objection in a long time. Pressing someone's testimony in order to gain some time to think. You're a real one-trick pony, aren't you? It's too bad your trick only works on fools. That wasn't my intent. I simply wish for more detail as to how they ended up on top of blah 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 blah. Someone's impatient. I was just about to explain everything to you. So do you think you could hold on for a minute? Francisca, I'll make you a deal. I'll hold on if you hold on to that whip of yours. Or, oh, I'll hold on to it, all right, as I whip you. Ow! Well, now that you've quieted down, I'd like to continue if you don't mind. The two bodies fell into a pile.
Hold it.
You fell on top of each other? Don't you find that to be just a bit strange? Not at all. Seeing her eyes, she's dead set against me from the bottom of her heart. Miles Edwards, once I'm done here, you'll see that there's nothing strange at all. Isn't Francisca's whole grudge thing because of how her dad ended up in prison and Miles ended up like convicting him of falsified evidence, and then she wanted to get a revenge on him? No, she wanted to get revenge on him for something else. I forget what it was, but I feel like they're trying to keep her personality the same as in the other games, but I feel like it's inconsistent because I feel like at this point Francisca would still be in her stage of admiring Edgeworth a bunch. Cause like they used to be close, and then Francisca got all mad at him, and which is why it's like, what's your problem? I don't know. It just seems off. Now then, the two men fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time.
Hold it.
What do you mean by they attacked each other at the same time? I assume Mr. Faraday had the two different weapons in his hands. He made to attack Mr. Rell while holding on both a knife and revolver, and then... It's not a revolver. After Mr. Faraday fired the gun, Mr. Rell grabbed the knife as he was falling and stabbed Mr. Faraday. That's how Mr. Rell wound up on the bottom with Mr. Faraday on top. At close range, it's more than possible. It wasn't close range as it's possible. However, well, if you have any other ideas, then show me what you've got. Oh, I will. And to that extent, I'd like for you to append what you just said to your testimony. I don't see any point to that, but as you please. At the same time from close range. Oh, yeah. Is it this one? Just away.
Objection!
So you believe they killed each other at close range? Sorry, but that's impossible. It's just as it is written in the crime scene notes, and the firing of the handgun did not leave a gunpowder burn on his clothes. Therefore, Mr. Ron, the gun must have been separated by a distance of at least 2 or 3 yards. Yes, this by far is the biggest contradiction. The two bodies are piled up on top of each other, yet the gun was fired from a distance. And with there being no chance that Mr. Ron moved that far from being shot, though there's only one possible explanation. What a completely foolish and a foolish stuff from a thoroughly foolish fool. If I'm not right, then who was it that made the first move with the intent to kill, huh? Who? A secret third party. Here in this room, contradictions appear no matter which man we claim attacked first. Thus, there can only be one explanation. There was a third person. It was that third person who killed both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell, and set the bodies up to make it look like a double murder. That third person is the real culprit. Da 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 da. Okay, I'm trying to see. I'm trying to figure out what the lore is. Okay, so she was mad at Edgeworth because he disappeared from the whole law scene for like a year. So she shouldn't be mad at him at this point. They just try to keep the characters the same for the sake of, oh, this character, they love this personality for this character, so we gotta keep everything the same. As if character development wasn't a thing. Evidence correct. Exactly. Everything you've said up until now is nothing but a story played out in your head. However, this is where real test begins. Can you prove that there was a third person involved in this crime? Of course. Third person was truly here. The fact would resolve the glaring contradiction with the gun thingy. We've made a setup look like they kill each other or present it, and lay bare the final piece of the puzzle that is not yet in place. What was the piece of evidence that proves the third person involved? My attorney's badge. I would say it's the gun, the big left-handed thing. The gun in his hand. And the plastic bag with the blood all over it. Oh, I didn't even think of the plastic bag. Whoops! These two items point to the presence of a third person. How so? Recall Detective Gumshoe's testimony. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single people in struggle. If there wasn't a struggle in this room, then there shouldn't be any plastic bags on the ground. Meaning that someone else was deliberately scattered them around. Ah! Do you not see the possibility in this? Disregarding the gun for a moment, there is a high probability of blood splatter when the knife is used on a person, especially like by an artery that's that close to the torso. If the culprit held the knife with a plastic bag around it, they could use the bag to catch any blood splatter when they withdrew the knife, then by spreading a few more plastic bags around, mixing the blood line with them, and arranging the room to make it look like there was a struggle between the two. Forgot to crush the tea set. Oh wait, that would have made noise, wouldn't it? They were able to conceal their presence. Ah! Looks like we still got a long way to go in this investigation. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Objection.
Huh? Oh, is that the earrings lady? Oh, it's Judge! Judge's robes are longer than that. Right? What's up with you, pal? Mr. Bat, I advise you to place Detective Gumshoe under arrest. What? What's the meaning of this? Huh, looks like you're not man enough to discipline your own subordinates. Don't you dare. That detective Kinsey was here standing in front of the door the entire time, but I have it on good authority that it was all a giant lie. Huh? Here's you, Isaac. Please explain that last statement. I'll let his honor explain himself. I saw it with my own eyes, I tell you. During recess, there was a period of time when there was no one in the hallway. What? See, Mr. Bad? So I ask you, why would a detective who was supposedly doing his job the whole time want to fabricate such a lie? Because he wanted to go get a snack. Gumshoe, did you kill Faraday? No! Of course not, sir! It would appear that the one who set this whole crime scene up is that detective, which basically renders his testimony as a complete lie and wholly invalid. It looks like your perfect logic has just come tumbling down, Miles. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single person struggle. Seeming clearly a lie. Detective Gumshoe, you're now a suspect in the murder of two men. Now spit out the truth, or so help me. I haven't lied to anyone, honest. Everything was there. I was in the hallway the whole time. Were you in the wrong hallway? That'd be hilarious. Think about it. I ask you, please do not act without my permission. After all, I'm the one that is heading up this investigation, am I not? Don't talk like you know what's going on, boy. All I want is for this investigation to run perfectly. Perfection is the only wish of a disciple of Von Karma, after all. Therefore, before you take Detective Gumshoe into custody, I'd like to set the record straight on something. And what's that? Which he asked him to Gumshoe about. I take it that no one else is in the hallway at any time, correct? Huh? Oh, of course not, pal. You're being awfully defensive. Might you be hiding something from me? Watch your mouth, pal. You can't go around saying stuff like that about me without any evidence. Suppose you're right. I have no evidence at this point. Miles Edgeworth, how can you be losing a battle with this detective? You're a disgrace! Alright. What's your motive? I suppose the one thing I'd like to clarify is murder for committing crime. Motive, huh? Gumshoe, you got a grudge against Faraday or anything? No, not me. Not a single bad thing against Mr. Faraday. Is that a fact?
Objection!
You really have a problem with lying, don't you, Detective Gumshoe? I'm telling you, I am not lying! The more natural you act, the more suspicious you become, you know. If you want a motive, Edgeworth, I have one for you right here. Will you please share it with us? However, be forewarned that I won't hesitate to object to flights of fancy. Because all I'm interested in is the perfect explanation. You're serious, aren't you? Fine. You amuse me, so I'll humor you with a little courtroom practice. It was, about a week ago. Fellow detective get cheered out by a livid Faraday in front of the precinct. Stood there, super pale. Miss Faraday yelled, "That's a salary cut for you!" Brand new detective suddenly getting a salary cut. That's reason enough for a grudge. Well, how's that for the perfect explanation? He's got no blood on him. You totally misunderstand me, pal. Never how mad I could never hold a grudge. Holds a grudge immediately. Quiet, we can't do anything you say. Sure. There's nothing wrong with the motive you propose. There's some captain of all you do, you feel them. This huge perfect explanation may not be so perfect at all. Yes. Alright, I'm gonna get myself a drink real quick because, yeah. Talking a lot is a lot of effort. Yeah, my arm hurts. Alrighty, who's ready for some more testimonies? Hooray! Okay, it's about a week ago. Oh wait.
Hold it!
Tell me more. What happened a week ago? A week ago. Then you and Detective Gumshoe are acquaintances? No way! I only met him in person today. And how do you know about Detective Gumshoe? Oh, I've seen him around before. The detective gets chewed up by a livid Faraday in front of the precinct.
Hold it!
Miss Faraday was upset. Yeah, you know what else? Miss Faraday isn't exactly known to get angry often. Uh-oh! But there he was, totally beat right in the face. And the offending detective just stood there, pale as a ghost, like he was about to die. Just like the face he's making now, right? I'm completely innocent, I tell you. A poor man. It was quite the scene with the detective. He stood there, super pale as Mr. Faraday yelled, "That's a Saturday cut for you."
Hold it!
You just stood there watching this unfold in front of you. Well, what? You can't interfere with that kind of stuff. You just kind of gotta like, chill out. Yeah, I have to say it was really enjoyable too. But that's when I saw Detective Gumshoe earlier. I needed to see clear him. No way. I thought I was gonna have something stuck on my face. Well, you do as well. What you do? Huh? What got stuck on my face? Let's start with your eyes, nose, mouth. Oh, and those ridiculous eyebrows. That's not very nice. I thought you were gonna mention the patch on the side of his jaw right there. Oh man, messing with your head is just too much fun. Miss Yu, if you don't mind, I'd like to return to your testimony now. Sure, why not? The brand new detective suddenly gave you a salary cut. That's reason enough for a grudge. Yes. Cut a new detective salary right off the bat like that. I'm not really familiar with the way you guys relate, but is that a common practice? Speaking of cutting my salary, didn't you threaten to do that to me earlier too? I suppose I did. It's only natural to cut a worthless detective's salary and down to their actual worth. My father can even fire anyone, new or old, with a snap of his fingers, because he snaps all the time. Do you think that's reason enough for detectives to hate you people? Well, I guess they really shouldn't cut people's pay. Detective Bad, don't tell me Mr. Von Karma cut your salary either. Earlier. Well, how's that for perfect explanation? Oh, explanation perfect? Huh! Is it not to your liking? Unfortunately for you, it's just not up to my standards. Oh, is there something you want me to clarify in that case? I should raise an objection. Well, there's nothing else I can do, so might as well. Alright, if you can clear this one thing up for me. Okay, what about for Mr. Rel? All of these questions are ones I want to ask. Detective Gumshoe's potential motive for killing Mr. Faraday. However, what about his motive for killing Mr. Rel? Also, why stab one with a knife and the other one with a gun? Only one ball was fired. His motive for killing Mr. Rel? Like I would know. Because there was no clear motive for both of the murders. Then I doubt this incident would have occurred, wouldn't you agree? Is there anyone else who might have had a grudge against either of the two men? Or should we look into that ourselves? Oh, in that case, I have absolutely no idea. What? But that's impossible. You must know something. Wait! Can you please not glare at me like that? That makes me laugh. I didn't even do anything, you're already laughing away. Well, anyway, the way I see it, as long as you had a motive to kill one of the two, I'm gonna play it out the way it did anyway. Oh? Would you care to explain your logic? And this time, please provide a truly perfect explanation. Perfect this, perfect that. Stop being so uptight. Is that a requisite trait for being a Von Karma? It is. You shut this rude woman up. See, this is what Francisca should be acting like. Rude to everyone else, but like absolutely like 100% like admiring Edgeworth and like mimicking him in every possible way. Because Francisca is like copying both her dad and Edgeworth and stuff entirely. Because she wants to be just like them. I wish you'd both be quiet for just 1 second. Oh well, I guess I'll just have to explain it to you kids. Wait, how old is she? 22. She's only 2 years older than Edgeworth. Still a baby. Everyone here is so young. It makes me feel like a failure. There's no one out there with a motive to kill Miss Barrett and Mr. Rowell. All you would have to establish is that someone had grudge against one of the two men. If Rowell happened to be there, became witness of Mr. Faraday's murder. Therefore, it was killed out of necessity and set up to look like they had killed each other. I mean, that's definitely possible. I wonder if that's really true. Is there no one with a grudge against both? People calling it about them. It was Dead Man, this guy? This thing? I mean, both one of the suspects in this case, or is there someone else I'm overlooking who's somewhat related to them? You, in fact! Someone other wanted to kill both of them. I would have to establish that someone had a grudge against one of them. Happened to be there, became a witness of Faraday's murder. Oh, this is what they said to look like.
Hold it!
There's no one who might have a grudge against both of them. I suppose no one is a bit of a stretch. Pretty sure no one like I was here in this courthouse today. Lying through her teeth, we just saw someone like that here earlier. You didn't need to prove that the killer had a grudge against both. Can't present that. Oh yeah, well what about this old case?
Objection!
Miss Yu, I believe there's someone you overlooked in making your statement. Or rather, is it because you'd rather not bring this person up? What do you mean? We're looking for someone with a reason to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rowell. I can think of at least one person that fits the bill. Is a suspect in the original KG-8 incident. And a member of the embassy staff. That's right, the very man came to visit you earlier out in the hallway. The man who killed a member of the embassy staff, Mr. Rowell, and then he was lead prosecutor of the KG-8 incident. Are you telling me that Mr. Cochran has no reason to kill no reason at all to kill both these men? Well, I suppose you might have a reason or two. You cover for me, pal. Maybe you're not such a bad guy after all. Don't get ahead of yourself. You're still a suspect. Make no mistake about that. The perfect evidence, the perfect testimony. These are the only things I wish to hold. But I didn't do it! You will stay under my authority and go investigate Mr. Manny Cochin for me. Okay. And remember, what? You want to investigate Cochin? You'd just be wasting your time. And why is that? Cochin was up in the viewing gallery watching the trial, or so I was told. Every cop is supposed to be keeping an eye on the guy since he arrived. And the only real suspect we have is Detective Gumshoe. It's still Gumshoe! I suppose so. No way! Come on, Detective Bat, you gotta believe me! I really wasn't that hallway the whole time. I never took a single step into this room. Okay, then are you saying there was someone else who passed through the hallway? No, there was no one else. Why should I believe you didn't do it? There's one incredibly foolish detective standing right in front of a crime scene all by himself. It's as good as a confession of guilt. I have to admit that it's a bit strange. Most criminals will fabricate some sort of lie to escape the crimes. If that detective really wanted to prove that he's innocent, you'd think he would at least, very least offer up a "I spayed us out while on duty" or the like. Come on, Gumshoe, it's time for our interrogation. Oh, Detective Bad. Oh. Miles, I'd rather go ahead and report this to Papa. And that, as they say, is that. Right, everyone? Well, I suppose we should be getting back to our real jobs now, huh? Before we do, Miss Yu, there's something I'd like to speak with you about. What is it? Everything's getting tied up there, but what I think of the same. If these two met up and maybe they look like they killed each other. If there's one thing I cannot forgive, it is the desecration of the dead, you say, as you had them pick up and move the bodies. And then breeze flowing through the window, if only I could exchange with the stifling atmosphere of this crime scene. Television left after the crime scene, of course. Down until the police have finished with their investigation. Did they think nothing of saving electricity? Ugh, how bothersome. Bag evidence and murder here. If they gone through the movie, they would have been mine. Leading to weapons, double murder, knife and gun. So, what do you want to ask me about? The KG8 incident. Current case of the murdered embassy, the Cotopian embassy staff member. I've heard that people began calling it the second KG8 incident. What was the first? Tell me. Only among you law enforcement types. And what about it? I'd like for you to tell me everything you know about the original KG8 incident. I'm afraid I can't help you. I don't know anything beyond what was reported in the papers. No, I believe you know much more, since you are directly tied to the incident. I'd appreciate it if you'd stop with the false accusations. Baseless outbursts are useless, both inside and outside the courtroom, don't you know? I do, but I also know that I do have a leg to stand on here. Yeah, I think you could stop making that ultra serious face in front of me. Like if you've, I don't know, seen a teenager try to make like a really serious face, it just, I don't know, it's kind of humorous because, you know, little baby face. I get where you're just coming from. If you could please stop laughing for just 1 second. I'm not gonna make any headway like this. I'm just gonna have to show her exactly how related the KGG is. Look at my badge. Maybe we'll not be able to face each other. This will be my first trial too. What? He's been in a bunch of trials. Oh, was that a declaration of... war. How nice being young and carefree. And what a nice squeaky clean badge you've got yourself there. I'm jealous. Sure, we've dull over time with experience. Oh, I did show this here. I remember that line. That's not what I meant. Oh, you can't just avoid something. Okay, I believe that I approve your connection to the KG8 incident. That file is proof. Well then. Why don't you tell me exactly how I'm related to the KG8 incident? Through the victim. Connection to the incident is through the victim! The victim's name is CCU. You will note that she has the same last name as you. Can you really tell me with a straight face that you're not related to this case? Sorry, but we're not related. What? Just kidding. You asked that question with such a serious look on your face. I couldn't help but... Yes, you. I said, you please tell me the truth. Alright, I'll tell you everything I know. Ooh, sad music time. Alright, as you guessed, the one who reported the smuggling activities of the Mono group was my sister, Cece, as I thought. And she was killed right before she was to testify at the impending trial by Manny Kochan, but because he was tried once, he was acquitted, he gets to live out the rest of his cushy life completely carefree, or because of lack of evidence. No, I heard that the evidence to convict him did exist. What? I heard from Mr. Faraday himself after Mr. Kochan's trial was over. Apparently, a manipod made off with most of the potent piece of evidence. The evidence had been tampered with? Oh, a thief. Isn't it just like a criminal to do something like that? The smuggling being out of the Amana group by one of its secretaries. They bailed Mr. Kochan out. Turns out they were in league with each other all along. I believe that smuggling ring, was it a large operation? I don't really know. Which is why I wanted to become the lead defense on this case that people are calling the second KG8 incident. But I haven't learned anything new at all. I was probably expecting too much, I know. You mean you think this case has nothing to do with the smuggling ring? I don't know what to think. Why did Mr. Kochan want to meet with you earlier? Actually, he came to watch a trial. Apparently he only found out I was the defense lawyer on this case after he'd arrived. Or you should say, hi, and what other thing. Looks like you couldn't resolve anything this time either. Too bad. He showed up before the gunshots? Oh boy, stop with the scary face already. I'm fine, but I give him a good slap across the face. When she talks about slapping him, she laughs. It's kind of creepy. But it's just as Mr. Pat said. It's not related to the double murder. As there were people in the gallery killing the entire time. Talk about cruel fate. So they couldn't hire anyone, huh? No, this is about all I know. Sorry. Guess it wasn't much help, huh? That's not true. I'm sorry I made you recall such a painful time in your life. Ezra, you really are too serious for your own good. You need to learn to relax. We want you to die of stress, wouldn't we? Thank you for the advice, but there's no need to worry. I work my own way, and I will catch this criminal my own way as well. You'll see. Look at you with your game face on, ready to go! I'm making no such face. Did you know? Laughter is the best medicine, Edward. Don't you get tired of making such a serious face all the time? I'm in charge of making sure that all criminals of the world are found guilty. I have no need for laughter. There you go, making that face again. Oh well. Gotta get going. I still have a few loose ends I need to tie up. You know, as much as they make her laugh for no reason, I do enjoy that she does laugh, because it's just like, I don't know, super serious like 80% of the time, and then occasionally giggle a little bit about some silly stuff. Because that's how you should be when you do super serious job, you know? You gotta chillax sometimes. the KG8 incident and this murder investigation. It's my belief that these two cases are related to each other somehow, plus that Detective Gumshoe. It's obvious he's lying, even though the lie is hurting his chances. Clearly, this case is far from over. Whether or not that detective is the murderer can only be determined once I've completed my perfect investigation, Mr. Von Karma. I swear to uphold your honorable name, or my name isn't Miles Edgeworth. To be continued. Wow! We did it! Only took an hour! Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, boom, 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 boom. $4:45 p.m. Get her a cup of tea. Why is that guard? Oh no! Did the sink break? And you, you see that, right? We must become a trial into the Cotopian Embassy staff member's murder. Indeed, since both the suspect and the prosecutor are now dead, the case will be dismissed. In other words, the trial ends here prematurely. Huh, looks like you'll have to wait just a bit longer for your big debut. Suppose it can't be helped. Or is this a couple months before? Because it's September, right? Yeah, September. This is like 6 months before the case with Terry Falls. Because if so, I mean the timeline's kind of messed up then. What do you think about the murder of the Cotopian Embassy staff member? And the murders of Faraday and Mr. Brown? What an outrageous circus it has all become. That Faraday brought it up himself with his naivete. Outrageous circus, right. I grow weary of this topic, Edgeworth. I will have you assigned to a different case. Papa! Come and watch my courtroom debut next, won't you? I'll consider it. If I may, please allow me to continue my investigation. Whatever for? I know there's already a suspect in the murder of Faraday and Mr. Bell. However, there is not enough evidence to prove that he who committed the crime. I'd like to continue investigating in order to find the perfect proof of his guilt. Perfect proof? Don't make me laugh! A worthless person like you has no right to claim such a thing as perfection! Von Karma would never say that to Edgeworth. This is his protege or whatever. Papa? Who do you think is the real culprit behind these murders? Miles and I were competing to see who can find the real killer first. Plus, being able to investigate a real crime scene is a really rare opportunity. Size and Ace Attorney. I really should play the greatest Ace Attorney games. Maybe I'll make enough money my next paycheck. Although, I do have to get myself a new electric scooter because mine is breaking down. It's already gone through several $100s of repairs and I should have gotten a new one like months ago. But I don't know. We'll think of something. Clara Obscura comes first though. I'm going to try to get that next. But I gotta wait for next payday because I got $16 in my bank account right now, so I gotta wait to buy new games. It would give us some real life experience, wouldn't you agree? If you want to investigate this case that much, then do as you wish. Then you're allowing us to continue and put your top priorities to win, and a solid investigation is one of the keys to win. We have to make sure you become recognized as a first-rate prosecutor, don't we? It wouldn't be very interesting otherwise. I'm returning home now. Address Francisca. See to it I'm not disturbed, save for the results of your competition. Yeah! Of course, Papa! Francisca. Thank you. What are you thanking me for? Your logic is both on that scruffy detective's a lie. That means the competition is still on. Yes, just as you wished. I couldn't let you get off so easily. Now then, let's see how you fare well on the investigation from here, Miles Edgeworth. I know I don't have enough information yet. So the first order of business will be to question anyone involved in this case. This guy. What are you doing? I can't stop the water! It seems that the man who was here earlier broke by drinking from him too much. Bunch of fools pretend not to see the foolish actions of a foolish fool. Well then why don't you lend the officer a hand? Or should have anything to do with this. Besides, that water drinking fool's mouth is Also, this thing that the officer should be covering. Let's give that officer a description of the water guzzler later. Okay, so water fountains are still powered by electricity. They plug into the wall. Unplug the fountain and it won't work. It's not like a permanently on thing. It's not like a normal sink, whatever. Like someone wanted a drink. Wow, this thing is so incredibly detailed. My inner modeling fanboy is impressed. Not exactly a fan of plastic models per se. Wooden though, pretty cool. But even I can sense the superb quality of this model. I simply cannot comprehend how that man can feel so much love for such a trifle. Oh, I see. You're a disciple of my father, so you would do well to guard yourself against an interest in such unproductive things. That's where I should take up whipping people like the young lady over there. Or mayhaps you should, collect more Steel Samurai things. It's an incredibly detailed model, isn't it? I heard that it costs as much to make it as it costs to build the courthouse itself. What was the point of making such an expensive model? I feel the exact same way upon hearing it. Ugh, it's so hard to understand such foolishness. Agreed. Is there no one who will make the men take responsibility for action on the job? Looks we have no choice but to report this to Papa. Then this guard can have fun in a waking nightmare after being awakened from his dream. Actually, that's not. I feel kind of sorry for him now. There is restricted authorized personnel only. Not authorized personnel, then what? May I ask, do you think I am, the younger sibling of a dysfunctional relationship? I'm not the younger one, he is! Now get that straight in your head! There's more objectionable parts you should be upset over. I mean, I get it, because, like, I was partially adopted, and Francis, I just kind of, like, you know. What's the matter, officer? I've been sitting here forever, and I really need to go to the bathroom. Just make a quick trip to the nearest one. Isn't that far, is it? No, it was a short way down the hall beyond these doors, but I don't want to be blamed for anything that might happen while I'm gone. I'm gonna hold it! Perhaps Detective Gumshoe would be a positive influence on the force after all. Comfy chair, nothing. Bookshelf. What's this? Judge's trial exchange log. Appears to be a journal where the various judges share their thoughts and ideas. The real daily lives of judges are laid out here on these pages. There's nothing about the court in here. It's just a page after page of unrelated trouble. Judging by the content, they're very enthusiastic about the courthouse's daily menu. It would appear that fried oysters are a fight. Ugh, concept of oysters is so nasty, especially the way people describe, like, the texture. Ugh. Someone please assure me that this is not the true state of the courthouse. Okay. Let's chat. Miss you. Oh, it's you, Edgeworth. And who are you? Yeah, I was just in the room. What? Wait, you were at the crime scene just now, weren't you? Thank you. You should be disbarred for not knowing who I am. I am Franziska von Karma, and I am about to become the successor to the family name. About to? Because it means for now you're still just another kid. In which case it's only natural that I didn't know who you are. Ooh. Why are you whipping me? Anyway, it looks like they're planning to hold the evidence a bit longer. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's waiting. Terribly sorry, but I have a few more questions to ask you. Look at you, eyebrows scrunched with lines on your forehead. And that to ask of you, talking in like proper fancy older English. What exactly is so funny? Sorry, I'm just bad at dealing with a super serious atmosphere, especially when it comes from a kid, because Miles is in fact a child here. I mean, not really, but he's so tiny and small. A baby. Apparently they failed to teach you proper behavior at a crime scene law school. Oh, I feel much better now. So, what does he want to talk about? I'd like to inquire as to where you were at the time of the murder. You're in the defendant's lobby number 1 the whole time, up until we heard the gunshot. By we, I mean Mr. Bad. If you don't believe me, feel free to ask him yourself. Who was Detective Bad? Why? We had a little something to discuss, that's all. Who's Mackerel? I don't know. So I take it your acquaintances with Detective Bad. Yeah, with the detective in charge of the KG8 incident. Ugh! He's also related to that incident? Murder suspect. That's right. He's the one who's supposed to protect my sisters. Oof. But you know how that turned out, don't you, Edgeworth? Miles, Edgeworth, I have no idea what you two are talking about. I've heard of the KG8 incident from my papa. But how does that case relate to you, Miss Yu? The victim of that case, CCU was my little sister. You making that super serious face again. I'm fine, really. I just make a point to rub some more salt in this wounded pride every time I see him. But she talks about doing that as she laughs. It's kind of creepy. Oh, speaking of Mr. Brad, he and Mr. Faraday. I'd say they met up just about every single time the Yatagarasu made a move. Practically given the two would meet up at every one of the crime scenes. Yes. He did mention that he's in charge of the Yatagarasu investigation earlier. If you're asking what you know about the Yatagarasu in more detail, I'll do that later. By the time of the murder, you were that Detective Bad. But don't you lawyers usually discuss the trial with your clients during a recess? We do, and that's what I was planning to do. When Mr. Faraday was being rather threatening and he dragged Mr. Rell away. After that, Mr. Bad came to the lobby number 9 and we just stayed there and talked. What did you talk about with Detective Bad? Nothing interesting. I just insulted him some. Talked about how the trial was going, and then I insulted him some more. She's not laughing around, seems to dispute nothing but insults. Anyway, Mr. Bad and I were in the defendant's lobby number 1 when the murders occurred, so I really can't tell you anything about the hallway or lobby number 2. Okay. I'd like to ask you a few questions about your client, Mr. Mackerel. Now, your client first claimed to be the Yatagarasu, is that correct? Uh-huh. Once he heard that it was the Yatagarasu that made off with the evidence from KG8, I began to ask Mr. Rell all sorts of questions, but to no avail. Turns out Mr. Rell was not the Yatagarasu, he just made that up. Uh-huh. Mr. Rell's crime was caught on tape by security cameras, but there's no footage of him sneaking into the embassy itself. Hold on for just 1 second, then you mean to say that you knew he was not the real Yatagarasu and that he was just another cold-blooded killer? Are you ready to defend him? Yes, that's right. I see. The defense lawyer is actually just someone whose job is to cover for criminals. That's why defense lawyers are so detestable, but they are no match for us Von Karmas. Well, I mean defense lawyers, they defend the person and try to give them the least possible sentence, or none at all, whichever, I don't know. Whichever was better for that situation. I don't believe it. You're serious! Why don't you see the face for something really worth being serious about? How, like the Twilight movies or something. And Edgeworth, do you remember what he said earlier? I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG8. Oh. KG8 isn't alright. And for that, you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer. Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rell was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him, ever. Don't you dare suggest I was going to. I'm sorry, forgive my rashness. Miss Yu, I was wondering if you could tell me about the Yatagarasu. I don't really know much about that character myself. I do get a lot of consultation requests from companies to defend them. Or some companies. The Yatagarasu isn't some petty thief out for money, you know. Humph. Alright then, perhaps the Yatagarasu is in the business of stealing people's lives? Not very funny or witty, are you, little Miss Von Karma? Francisca, be careful about who you whip. Choose carefully, you may be sued by— Ah! There. I chose carefully, just like you wanted. I would have laughed out loud for that. That just was hilarious, little Missy. Of course it was. What is wrong with these two? Why is my painting him delight? So in the end, what is the object I have to say, I never even heard of this thief when I was in Germany. Object deals in information, namely digging out dirt about backroom dealings and the like of companies. The Asagarasu is a vigilante who steals info and makes it public for all to see. Vigilante or not, this person sounds just like another criminal to me. I suppose you could put it that way too, but either way, I get a lot more clients now thanks to that thief. Something was used profiting nicely. Suppose I've gotten all I can. I miss you. We want to speak to Detective Gumshoe now. Yes, what is it? It feels like there's a whole backside to this case we're not seeing. And here we had thought there was a case where the two men just killed each other. We're lacking in information. And as a Von Karma, I can hardly call this a perfect investigation. Indeed, it is that, as you say. I can't believe we agree on something. We're not so much as kids, though. Anyway, our first move should be to speak with everyone related to this case. Indeed. Even if you're not said, I was planning to do so anyway. What's that lash for? What are your thoughts on my prosecutor's badge? You think you can win this competition by simply showing that to me? Not at all. In fact, I was planning to thank you. I wouldn't be a prosecutor today without you and your father. I didn't really do much. You became a prosecutor first, that's all. But just you wait and see, Miles Edwards. Very soon, I'll be a prosecutor too. Good that we can both send criminals away together as colleagues. You can be sure that I'll always get more convictions than you. Oh, excuse you going as far as this, you'll always win. Almost. Baby! Detective Gumshoe. Hey, it's you, pal. You're here. Ouch! As am I. I don't think you needed to whip him to let him know that. I didn't do it, pal! It's where my orders as a detective. I really didn't. Your words are useless. I place my trust only in the evidence detective. Once the investigation's over, it should be found out you are a killer. There will be no mercy to be had for you. Have a heart, pal. But you're not worried, right? After all, you have nothing to worry about if you really are innocent, that is. That's right. Hey, pal, go to your prison investigation and get the real killer for me, will you? I would have done so, even if you're not pressing me to, detective. Look at my badge. I'd like to ask you a little about this. I'm not trying to creep, bro, because I'm not the killer, okay? You misunderstand. I wasn't going to ask you about that. All I ever wanted to do is become a detective, pal, so I never want to be a killer. Seems like he doesn't want to talk about anything related to this predicament. You and Mr. Faraday had a small meeting last week, didn't you? And what exactly did you do to make him so angry? I just asked Detective Bad the same thing myself. Turns out he was mad at me because of my very first day as a detective. I reported in my usual post instead of the criminal affairs department. Okay, that's a completely fair mistake, okay? And the time I got kind of it was really late. And that's when he gave me that huge speech. I feel bad. That is a fair mistake, okay? It's the muscle memory. That's fine. I remember doing the same exact thing in elementary school. On the first day of school every year, I'd always wind up going to my old classroom. How pathetic for every school. It's fair, okay? Look, okay. I feel more bad for him now. He'll be standing guard in front of the door to lobby number 2 during the recess. However, when did you receive the order to do so, and from whom? Earlier, around 3:20 from Detective Bad, pal. Today's trial took a real crazy turn, so I was told to make sure nothing happened to Mr. Faraday. And yet something did happen to him, correct? It looks like it was a total waste of manpower to send you to guard it. Ow! Your words sting worse than your whip, pal. That was Detective Bad who ordered him to stand guard, huh? What you doing now? Is there anything else you'd like to tell me? Nope, not a thing, pal. In that case, allow us to take a look at what you are carrying on your persona. Ah! Wait! You can't do that! There's nothing of any particular value here. Well, my handcuffs and badge were confiscated by the detective badge, so you know. And what is that open envelope I see sticking out of your coat pocket? Ah! Hands off, pal! Just show it already. Yow! Any bonus check was $5 total, except there's no check inside. Oof. You had to look. Now give it back, pal. It's my first bonus, a brand new detective. I just got to cash it in today. I had literally no cash on me up until I did, you know. That envelope was really special to me. Now give it back. We don't need rubbish like this. Don't worry, we'll throw it away for you later. How could you? I've never gotten a bonus either. I'm sorry, but I need to take a bit for questioning now. Well, I think about him just about everything I need to. No, wait. I think of a suspect. There's one piece of evidence I should reconfirm. Officer, I ask you, wait a second. I saw one thing I'd like to reconfirm. Let me get detective gumshoe. Understood, but please make it brief. I'm gonna hear from the horse's mouth. I must confirm whether or not his testimony about when the crime occurred is the truth. I don't know. I wish we could present everything to see what happened. Told me earlier you heard no sound other than gunshot on the hallway. Is that correct? No mistake about it, pal! You're also claiming that no one passed through the hallway either. Is that also correct? Yep! Not even a single ant! You do realize that the lie you're telling is only making life more difficult for yourself. Huh? Oh. But it's true! I didn't see anyone go through the hallway. I didn't hear anything else. I bet the killer found a way to kill two guys that's beyond what I can even imagine. So he intends to continue telling this ridiculous lie. How would he do so given the situation he's in? With a thorough investigation. The hallway in front of the defendant lobby is in order. Yes. What are you doing, kid? Ack, you! Why would you kick him there? And then we're gonna collapse on the ground. How could you not notice that coming? Was that child that changed money for earlier? Kids. This is so cruel. Looks like you dropped something. A Swiss roll! Maybe we should arrest the girl. She might turn out to be a valuable lead. I believe some sort of punishment maybe. Deal with next time we meet. 10 minutes later, I believe all I need was enough Detective Bat and the judge. You have to confirm who's correct, the judge or that scruff-faced right? I suppose we inspect the hall in front of lobby number 2 next, then. I suppose so. Shall we head on over, Francisca? $6 for a Swiss roll? That kid stole Gumshoe's $5. And then Gumshoe was like, hey, where did that kid go? They stole my $5. Totally, yeah. No, I don't think so. I see. Well, thanks for your cooperation. Oh, it's nothing. Just doing my duty as the defender of the law. That'll be all for now. I'll ask again if I have any other questions. Anytime, detective. No, but excuse me. I have a few loose ends I have to tie up. Oh, you're that new prosecutor Miss Von Karma recommended, right? My name is Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. And I'm Manfred Von Karma's daughter, Franziska Von Karma. I am set to become the successor to my genius father any day now, Your Honor. I see. This new Karma is represented. Are you alright, Your Honor? Please feel free to refer to me as just Miss Von Karma, Your Honor. As for him, just Edgeworth is fine. Apparently somebody doesn't feel like I'm worthy of a proper title. Oh! Very well then, I shall call you Mr. Karma and Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That works, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth is fine. Now about your earlier testimony. Yes? What about it, Mr. Edgeworth? I would like to ask you a few questions about exactly what you saw. Alright, after all, it's my duty to clarify my testimony as defender of the law. I greatly appreciate your cooperation, Your Honor. The first thing I will need to do is figure out that detective's exact movements. Quick, we gotta get that footprint spray scanner thing. The most ridiculous looking face that may be, but at least it doesn't look like someone who would tell a lie on purpose. I suppose, but to a Von Karma, evidence is the only thing that carries any weight. Of course, at any rate, this poster seems to be of no use to us right now. No signs the fire extinguisher was used. You could already tell from a distance. Then why are you wasting your time examining it? Franziska, let's not try to rush absolute genius. Have you found any suspicious fingerprints, officer? Nope, just the fingerprints of those involved with the case. I guess we know all of the players in this case then, huh? It would appear that way, but I have the nagging feeling that we're missing something. And I suspect what we're missing is hiding right here in this crime scene somewhere. Sorry, my brain's just kind of like short-circuiting today, so reading is getting really hard. You find something, officer? I think there's a $5 bill back there. Oh, come on, just a little more. Oh, Gumshoe lost his money back there. So while he was scrambling to try to get his dollar bill and making a bunch of noise, someone could have easily snuck past him, probably. Is there no one work can describe to you? Is it a total waste of living tissue? Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a single person we can deem useful here. Doesn't look like there's anything contradictory left in this area. I suppose not. Perhaps I should check somewhere else. It would appear that this vending machine sells snacks and various other foods. This is lovely. What will they think next? Don't be a turkey quarter in the court like these beef jerks. 1 pack for $9. It's so expensive! Defendant's fresh milk. 1/2 pint for $7. They neutral as a Swiss. Do until the end with these for $6. They're awfully overpriced. The lineup is simply awful, period. Speaking of snacks, I wonder if that Swiss roll the girl dropped is from this machine. I was wondering about that myself. Looks like we'll have to buy some in order to, ham sandwich. What's the prosecution defense make a ham sandwich out of you? Sounds like it's directed at the ham of the well, it certainly is directed at me. I cannot move for him any day. Beef jerky. I see. Miles Edgeworth, wouldn't you agree that it's a very clever pun? You really think they put that much effort into the product name? You gonna think of it all made up. Actually, the food is like a thoroughly mad and I'm utterly famished. You want a pack of these, all you had to do was ask like a normal person. Hot dog! You're hot water, you might need a hot dog! For $7. Looks like the slugger was decided through a public contest. And the winner was prosecutor Winston Payne! Ah! What a pathetic slogan. What presses it all? It's up to me to read. If you leave matters in a fun conversation, everyone will be found guilty dogs.
Objection!
Overruled. When it's looking bad, blind opponent was promoted. Are they promoted blind? Oh no. Oh no. I feel like this is. Don't worry. Maybe we'll make sure that nobody follows this. That anybody following this advice won't be for long. For this thing about the stick of water, it may not be so bad. What is that supposed to mean? That it means that the milk is freshly milked by birds. Depends on trial right now. What? I think it might mean that this is milk very sympathetic. Miles Edgeworth, you can't possibly be serious. Of course not. Ugh. End of what? The end of the trial. Suppose means that one should eat these during a recess? During a trial, suppose the only time we can eat them now, huh? Wouldn't mind if we want to eat some right now. They come in packs of 2 after all. We're in the middle of an investigation. Besides, I don't have $6 on me. Well, we can pull our money and buy a pack together. If I have to split it with you, then I don't want it. Okay, done with that. Cool. I can look outside, however, I doubt the killer can escape through here. Of course not. This is the 3rd floor, after all. Here's a bar installed in this to prevent people from falling out. Bars? What bars? Can you not see the from your vantage point? Ah! I forgot to use a baby short! I must remember not to bring that taboo subject again. Don't worry, she's still growing. A cactus. Ah! What's the matter? I purposely found one of these cactus needles. Ouch. I didn't think needles on this thing would be so sharp. Well, what did you expect? Can you imagine how bad it would be if you were hit on the head by one of these? Yeah, that'd be not fun. Anyway, this cactus seems to be unrelated to our case. Do you really think so? Because I believe that this cactus sitting on this windowsill is completely related. Oh, well then, I look forward to your explanation on how exactly it's related. What's that? What's this? It's a pink-colored piece of trash made of rubber. Rubber, huh? I feel like I've seen something like this before. Well, all I see is a piece of garbage. But you know, the fact there is a litterer running loose inside this courthouse is simply unforgivable. Put him in jail. Anyone who letters should get some jail time or a percentage-based fine. That means the rubbish belongs in a rubbish bin, which is right next to the window. Arrgh! Ants. Ants are hard at work carrying their food home. Tomorrow they can pick up stuff such comparatively large objects to their size. Or to carry the mighty Von Karman name and not be squished under it. You'd better work extra hard, just like these ants. The same goes for you, Francisco. That's a handprint. They're on this bench. Smells like some sort of sweet substance. I can't believe there's someone going around dirtying the courthouse. For shame!
Hold it!
Calm down, Francisco. Now, take a good look. Doesn't the smudge look kind of like a handprint to you? I suppose it could be. Which means that perhaps we could lift the prints of the person who saw this bench. See, and then we'll know the identity of our mystery slob. You there, lab technician. Could you please find out who this handprint belongs to? Yeah! Got the results of the fingerprint analysis 10 seconds later. Do we know who they belong to? Fingers belong to Detective Gumshoe. Oh, interesting. Good work, officer. And there you have it. I suppose so. Now I know the identity of the person who dirtied this bench. I sense that you and I will be using this information in very different ways. What are these black speckles? I believe it's a pile of ants eating away. Ugh, that detective, he claims that not a single ant slipped by him. And yet here is a whole hill of them! Ah! What are you hitting me for? As a replacement for that pathetic detective. Perhaps I should add this deduction to the detective's growing tab of pay cuts. I wonder what the ants are eating. It looks a sweet smell of a piece of cake of chocolate from Swiss. Who bought it for you then? Because you only have $5 and these cost $6. Miles Edgeworth, the courthouse house is to be kept pristine at all times. Wasn't me that dropped food on the ground. The courthouse must be kept clean. Ow! Pouring out of the hole in this bench as well. Ew. Perhaps the inside of this bench is consists of nothing but ants. Ugh. Don't you dare continue with that gross line of thought! I'm sorry. Yeah, don't you dare. That's nasty. Okay, now we can talk. Think about it. I have something I wish to inquire about. Hey, how about doing some actual work, you? I wish to inquire into Detective Gumshoe's movements during the recess. You're getting in the way of the investigation. I have order from Mr. Von Karman's up. Plus, I still have my investigative authority. Wait, I think I already presented my badge, so whatever. I heard you were the one who called for Detective Gumshoe to come down here. Faraday, that guy was just accused, you know? I just knew something was gonna happen. My detective's instincts told me. A lot of good it did you. You couldn't even protect one lonesome prosecutor with it.
Hold it!
Francisca, I think you need to apologize. I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry, Detective Bad. Please continue. I used the phone on the first floor and called the precinct. I told him to send somebody over, and that detective's the one that showed up. Only upon his arrival did you said Gumshoe to stand guard, Detective Bad. Yeah, I waited for him on the first floor. After he got here, we came up to these defendant lobbies together. As we entered this hallway, we ran into you. She told us that Faraday was really mad. That he dragged Rel off to lobby number 2 to have a word or something. And that Faraday had said to not let anyone interrupt them. So what choice did I have? All I could do was tell the big lug to stand guard outside. Interesting. And what time did that all that take place? Let's see. I think it was about 30 minutes before I heard the gunshot. I figured the big lug is behind me. He never left the hallway, not once. Oh, and how can he make such a claim? One of the guards on this floor's main lobby warned me he didn't. The detective never left the hallway. And where did he disappear off to? That's simple. Must have gone to lobby number 2, just as I suspected. You and I. We're in lobby number 1 next door. The only one without an alibi is Gumshoe. Team, I'm still missing some key pieces of information. Tell me about the gunshot. I think about you also heard the gunshot, did you not? Oh my goodness, there's someone been reading. It's making me yawn! Yeah. I heard it when I was in the defendant lobby number 1. That's why I came running towards lobby number 2 together with you. How much time was left between you hearing the gunshot and your arrival? Less than a minute. Her movements upon hearing the gunshot. Grabbed the big lug who was just walking around in the hall. And racing to lobby number 2. And that's when we discovered the bodies! In that order. Makes you discover of a kind too, right? Yeah, I guess it does. little miss. I am about to become a prosecutor very soon. You will treat me with the dignity I deserve, or else! If you wave that thing around anymore, and I'll have you arrested for obstruction. You wouldn't dare! Just joking. Or am I? Just check if that really is something if we can make Francisca behave. Are we about done? Is there anything else you're asking about? Time, place. I don't know. All that. Hold on. It's too cold now. Let me turn my fan off. Alrighty, let's continue. I want to ask him all these things. Where'd you hear it? What were you doing when you heard the gunshot? How many times are going to ask that? I was in this end of lobby number 1 when I heard the shot. I asked. Oh, get out of here. You're getting in the way. I'm not through questioning you yet. Exact time. Recess. I was about to start again. I think. Most of the time for himself to transfer the evidence he was rolling. But I got the sense he wasn't gonna show for the handoff. Figure I should go get him or he'd be late. Just as I thought, that bang! The sound of a gunshot hit my eardrums. And the gunshot right before the time was about to restart, huh? There we go. Are we done here? Have we time to waste? Hold on, we got one more question. Oh, come on. All you're doing is standing in front of the store, doing nothing. I can sense he's someone investigating this crime we've seen. Rather that he's keeping us under surveillance. But to what end? Pick bad. May I ask you to cooperate with us just a bit longer? I don't have anything else to say. The two of you. You guys were the ones that wanted. You guys were the ones who said you wanted to investigate in the first place. Fine then, be obstinate. We'll just do as we please. Come on, Miles. No, I'm gonna be willing to help us, however. May I ask for the forensics scientist cooperation? Who do you like? Oh, Judge is here. Hey, Your Honor, I got some good questions. Where were you at the time of the murder? Oh, do you suspect me or something? Nothing of the sort. Yeah, very well. You may continue with your testimony. No, it's your testimony that I'm after. Oh! I had no idea we were chasing after me or my testimony. In the sense that I might want to avoid being in a trial by this judge. Take a look at my badge! Yeah! Today's trial might have ended abruptly, but we will meet again. Oh, I'm looking forward to that day, Mr. Edgeworth. When I become a prosecutor, you might even see me in your courtroom a few times. I hope you treat me with even greater respect than now. Unless you please do not bring a whip into my courtroom. I'm afraid that issue is not up for negotiation. As long as the whip can't reach his seat, I'm sure his honor will be safe, I think. Let's see here. Now then, how should I put this? When you get to be my age, you need to pay more frequent visits to the restroom. Yeah. Lack of muscle. Yeah, all that stuff. If you go take a look at the window at the end of the hall, you see a small window. That is the window to the men's restroom. In other words, you can see clearly in this hallway from the men's restroom. Ew, gross. That seems like a violation of some sort. I was going to the restroom, the detective gumshoes it. Well, he was standing in front of the vending machines buying something from it. However, like this I couldn't believe when I was about to exit the restroom, Not a soul in the hallway anymore. He probably bending down to try to get the dollar from underneath the vending machine, huh? Your Honor, if you could please calm down and explain to me rationally. Oh, I'm really sorry. Please let me regain my composure. It was really suspicious. That's what my finally home judge's intuition said. Although, well, until the murders occurred, I just kind of brushed it off. Oh! The judge doesn't understand the competence of staying calm. That might have been when he sat down on the bench to eat it, though. I wonder if you really see the men's bathroom on that window one there. You can. I'm looking at it right now. I demand you show me this view at once. I suspect her height is what's limiting her ability to see. I'm gonna find out from his owner. May I return to my other duties now? Yes, I'm sorry I've held you up. Thank you for the cooperation. Ho ho! Anytime, Mr. Edgeworth. Anytime. The judges in this country seem rather friendly. Yes, not a little wishy-washy. However, here that they are known to hand out very fair verdicts. Oh yeah, I gotta do the whatchamacallits. Yes. Could they not have come from a Swiss roll from the vending machine? And of course I'll sell something like that. I mean, that seemed like the right venue. However, it is being sold right over there. Ah, I see. Danger Joe's two for $6. Talk about expensive. They've had on the expensive side. Like the cake crumbs and chocolate bits were found in this hallway. Here's the game Swiss roll that was purchased from this machine. Yes. I think I have a pretty clear picture of what happened here now. Naturally. After all, I'm here, aren't I? I've got bugged by set it over the Swiss roll. He dropped it on the floor and sullied the bench. Ugh, how could he have not cleaned the bathrooms up? Utterly despicable. Don't you dare whip me again. It was the night who made the mess in the first place. Anyway, if it was indeed Detective Gumshoe about the Swiss roll, that creates a rather interesting contradiction of facts. I think they got another. I haven't messed with that yet. About to take his Gumshoe's financially said that until this morning, he didn't have a single penny on his purse on edge. Just how poor is that guy? His bonus really was only $5. He should not have been able to purchase a pack of Swiss rolls. Facts being as they are, we found cake crumbs on the floor. Meaning Scruffy must have bought a pack somehow. Indeed. The detective should not have been able to purchase a pack. Yeah, he did. Question is how. This is hardly nothing but the ones at home, indeed, because the house itself is a bit too spacious. However, even with this much space, there's no one for that scruff face to hide. Well, other than the crime scene just behind those doors. I believe it's too early to draw any conclusions. Better prove that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time. No one to do is gather more information. So yeah, I'll just examine everything. I'm so tired. According to the judge, someone looked through the restroom window And you can see from the window at the end of the hall. Can you see this hall? I wonder exactly how she would see it on you. Well, it is possible to get a pretty clear view of this hallway from that restroom. Bathroom window to the window at the end of this hall. Stand on top of the bench. Just do it. I demand that you show me this view at once. Mm-hmm. Look at it. There's so much information, but I feel like they feel like just random fragments to me. I wonder what really happened here. Random fragments? No matter how unrelated it may seem first, they might actually fit together somehow. You're tired of your inner monologue. Say something! Ah! I'm gonna end up in pieces before I can piece the logic together, thanks to that whip. Oof! What about these two? Pink rubbery substance. I saw this in a different form earlier today. What? There's a pop balloon. I suppose it's possible. The balloon probably got a little too close to their friend, the windowsill cactus. That would be the logical conclusion, yes? That's it? Okay. I believe I now have a very firm grasp on what happened here. Well, I do too. Alright, if I see what you share the conclusions you come to. Oh, why should I do that? We're still in the middle of a competition, you know. We should be checking to see if your conclusions are wrong first, so you go ahead. Mm-hmm. I wish you choose to go with this part. Alright, but first we need to pay his honor a visit and correct his testimony. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to test your witness testimony and see if it's up. Do you doubt me? Am I your new suspect? In a sense, I suppose you could say that. Even you, a judge, are nothing but a common witness before Von Karma. Silence in the courtroom! Silence, I say! Smacks gavel. New prosecutor recommended by Von Karma. Mr. Prosecutor, she has to ah! You bit your tongue again, didn't you? As a defender of law, I can never give a false testimony. You can even place me under oath if you want. Very well then. Your testimony, if you please. During the recess I went to the restroom. This one was head holder in the hallway. The detective buying something from the vending machine. But they disappeared because he was sitting on the bench. That sounds rather suspicious to me. Your Honor, can you please try to remain calm? Oh! I'm so used to simply listening to testimonies that I got caught up in the. Damn, I'm gonna have to spoil your fun now. I went to the restroom, it was in the hallway outside. In other words, I could see the hallway, the end of the hallway, I could buy some of the vending machines.
Hold it!
I was gonna press these two, these last two. Are you sure the person who witnessed was Detective Gumshoe? Yes, I'm absolutely sure. Hard to miss someone of his stature, even from as far away as the restroom. Besides, I can't think of anyone else with that kind of hairstyle, big, giant coat. Simply wondering if you were mistaken what you saw. What preposterous! My eyes are as sharp as can be! Ready to see through the lies, see the truth! Although recently things do seem to be a bit fuzzier than they used to be. Suits are not the only things that are found fuzzy. Well, let me say, with all the honor and dignity of a judge, I am not mistaken in what I saw! I was about to exit the restroom and completely disappeared. Disappeared? Ricardo, didn't you just say... I started to take a bike to run a vending machine. Why, yes, I did! The restroom window looks over the corridor right into the hallway. Which was exit school, there's no one in sight. I've been asleep in this mystery. So they looked into the hallway of the restroom and go to Courthouse City.
Hold it!
Your Honor, I ask you to please remain calm. No, I'm certain the Pope. If you're pretty well. Appears that his honor could not have been mistaken in what he saw. Given his height, how do you suppose I decided to do it? You're referring to my height. Can't you hold out still for just a second? Now, about his honor's testimony. I believe his line of sight to be an important factor. That's important. Why don't you hurry up and tell him already? Yeah, well, there's one more thing I need to do about the correct honor. But I need to retrace his gumshoe's movements.
Objection!
Oh. What's that finger wag for, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't you know it's rude to shout objection while someone's giving testimony? You truly are a man of the law, then you must always be vigilant. Except I never let an opportunity to shout objection pass me by. Miles Edgeworth, it's one thing to be passionate about your job, but this is real life. This is what some people may say the pot calling the kettle black. I wonder if you might take a look at this for me. What is that filth? How dare someone dirty the hallway bench like that? Who is the culprit? The party found guilty of uncleanliness. You must know the uncouth bench slayer has already been placed under arrest thanks to your earlier testimony, Your Honor. Oh, well that's good, but who was it? We will discover something on the bench. Named Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints. Not happy with committing murder, but he had to go dirty the courthouse too. Guilty! Your Honor, please come down! Well, I'm sure the detective was the one who made the mess on the bench. We have not yet established this action is related to the double murder. What do you mean? I believe that Detective Otter patted those swirls from the vending machine, and then probably sat down on the bench to eat one. He crumbs a piece of chocolate on the floor under the bench. Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints will prove my conclusions to be true. I still don't understand. Is this whole thing related to how I couldn't see him as I was leaving the restroom? It is indeed. The window in the hallway is built rather high up into the wall. At around a grown adult's chest height. As evidence, I submit that Franziska herself was unable to see out the windows. Ugh. Ow. And you shouldn't use your height as evidence. But basically what I mean is that the area directly under the hallway window is a blind spot where the hallway being viewed in another direction. Then... You made the connection. If someone were to sit on the bench under the window, gasp, even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe would effectively disappear from sight. Gasp. What? Hopefully you'll finally see your testimony. It just proved that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time. Specifically the vending machine part. Hold her! Ah! Sorry! I didn't mean to say it with that much enthusiasm. All I was trying to say at once. Here, let me try that again. Hold it! There's something valuable I'd like to say. Yes, actually, there is. I remember something else just now. Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to testify to the court one more time. Even if you felt it would me, just keep on talking, wouldn't you? Might not be a bad thing, but the more info, the better in a perfect investigation, right? What I saw, part 2. But it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window. That doesn't mean the detective was sitting there when I looked. I forgot to testify earlier about the most important deal I was doing in the restaurant. Bang! No, it was balloon. How was that? That's just why I wanted to judge the crimes of others. Your Honor, could you try to state the important facts first next time? Why go around judging others? Yeah, feels like it. You should learn to judge your own words. Eek, I'm sorry! I thought something was just a popper until now. I mentioned it right before we started. He did talk about that. I heard the popper going off. I was thinking about my grandson. The most critical point of this argument is when did the judge look into the hallway? Whether that lines up when the gun was actually fired. Your Honor, for me, I'd like to clarify a few details. Do I need him to?
Hold it!
Your Honor, what you just said. I know, I couldn't look this up, but I heard it bang when the gunshot. I heard it loud and clear, and then you grabbed it. Ah, and jumped in there like this. Like this. Yeah, but quick. Ah! Your Honor, please remain calm when you're trying to explain yourself to me. Yeah, sorry about that. No, I was gathering myself, yes. Here's the gunshot. There was no one in the hall. As you know, I looked. There was no one there. Judge motion. Circuits appear to be stuck on overreact. At this point, nothing stands out as a contradiction. Franziska. If I'm correct, the testimony is hardly a precision quality. I know that. That's why I said at this point. I think my first thought of attack will be to draw more information from His Honor. Can I present this now, or do I have to press more?
Objection!
Oh, it didn't work.
Hold it!
As we established, you went to the room during recess. However, at what point in recess did you look in the hallway? What's the culprit? I handled the change of prosecutor paperwork. About 20 minutes till you're coming in? Yeah, sounds about right. Just as I expected. Ooh, what were you expecting? I demand to know what all that all-knowing smile is for. Your Honor, that statement you made just now is very important. I'd like for you to append it to your testimony. Alright, if you insist.
Objection!
Your Honor! I can't allow you to make an objection. What? Your Honor, I'm really sorry, but I cannot allow you to not allow me to make an objection. I've been overruled? Your Honor, there's simply too many holes in your testimony for my taste. Well, how do you mean by that? You told me you heard the gunshot during the recess. That is simply not possible. There's a new prosecutor recommended my bank from gone. Instead of biting your tongue, why don't you bite? What? Eek! I see you have no mercy for the elderly either, Franziska. Don't talk back to me, unless you want to be whipped in the back. You need a stepladder for to accomplish that. Mr. Edgeworth. Meters are not that far gone yet. I'll have you know, I can still hear just fine. And I heard the sound of a gunshot loud and clear with my own 2 ears. Your Honor, I have an interesting bit of testimony from Detective Bad. According to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again. What did you say? What you just said? You heard the gunshot about 20 minutes before. How do you explain this glaring contradiction? That can't be. Unfortunately, that is the truth. But I heard it clear as day. Bang! The sound of a gunshot! Keep returning this point. I'm committed. Piece of evidence. I was still wondering why I found it where I did. I understand what the gunshot the judge heard really was. Okay, cool. Now I do that.
Take that!
I found this object in the hallway earlier. What is that pink stuff? I may not look it, but this is actually a piece of a balloon. I see. I suppose you'd like me to accept that the pink balloon in the court record, Your Honor. I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony. What? Your Honor, your argument goes as follows. You saw no one in the hallway when you heard the gunshot. Now there is no guarantee that the detective was sitting on the bench at that time, and therefore you believe he must have been at the crime scene, defendant lobby number 2. Am I correct? Yes, that's exactly right. Let me ask you something. Do you think that the gunshot you heard really was produced by a real gun? I think I've said that even you can figure the rest out on your own. You're already fooled by the popping of this balloon to thinking it was a gunshot. What manner of trickery is this? That was a good effort you put forth, Miles Edgeworth. But if it was me, I'd have wrapped this thing up before the judge even testified. Care to elaborate on how one ends something before it even begins? Well, to be honest, I did think that the sound was a bit off from a real gunshot sound, but who could have guessed that someone would pop a balloon in a place like this? That's true. One doesn't usually think balloons in conjunction with courthouse. I'm going to change clothes with you. That's it. The balloon. Yes, balloon. Makes you feel better you didn't lie once in your testimony, however, I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Who knew that giving testimony could be such a difficult thing to do? What have I done? I owe Detective Gumshoe a very, very big apology. I will see to it myself that he's released. Wait. There's still a few things that I have yet to resolve about what happened in the hallway. Your Honor, I request your permission to further question Detective Gumshoe. But why? I thought we just cleared his name. Whether we did just now or not, I still cannot say. The only thing I can do for now is to continue my quest for the perfect explanation, and to that end, I must resolve the remaining issues pertaining to the events that occurred in the hallway. Very well. Bailiff, please bring Gumshoe into the courtroom. I should fulfill my mission and find the perfect explanation to this case. Yes. Okay, honestly though, I need to save. I am so tired right now. I need to take a nap before I get off to work. I'm so sorry. I've only been streaming for 2.5 hours. I feel really bad. I'm so sorry.